Yo, Crypto Nation and mining family, what's going on, guys? I know I was planning on doing a live stream yesterday. I was wanting to do it actually in the morning, but you know, it's like I stayed up over all night long with Nefarious, trying to get some 6800s with him, and I stayed up all the next day. Passed out. By the time I got up the other day, it was prepping for Thanksgiving. So I hope all of you guys had a excellent Thanksgiving. I had some friends up over here. It was good times. Fuck the lockdown crap. I celebrate with friends and family. Does not matter. But yo, we got all of our favorite people up in here. I got Crypto McCall with a boom boom. Emmanuel, yo, Nefarious, my man. Crypto Noob. What's going on? You look like you're trying to get some RX 470s and some of the mining additions. So that is awesome. Yeah, 25 hours until the Thanos DAG change in ETC. So if you guys are wanting to mine that Ethereum Classic with some smaller cards than a 4 GB one, you'll be able to throw those up on there. That should also mean that the E3 ant miners should be able to remine on that Ethereum Classic whenever that finally switches over. Because right now the DAG file for Ethereum Classic is a little too high for the E3 ant miners, so they just crash and boot loop all goofy. But hopefully the DAG change will allow the E3s to come back up on there and give Ethereum Classic some of that security back on there. Crypto Newbie's like, I solo mine ETC. Man, you got some, how much hash power you got on ETC to be solo mining? I mean, I know the DAG, I know that the difficulty is way down, but you still have to have a sizable farm for it to be completely profitable to be solo mining ETC. Cause 126 mega hash. Ooh, dude, no. I was solo mining with 12.5 gigahash. That is way too low. You would actually get more payouts and actually earn more ETC if you were mining on a pool. That's just my experience with it. Not telling you what to do and what not to do. I'm just telling you what I've done. Even with 12.5 gigahash, I was still mining on pools. Not bad. 2 or 3 days blocking. That's not too bad. Whenever the DAG file drops, you might be drawn out to 2 to 3 weeks before payday. So right now you're barely profitable, depending on your electric rate. But yeah, once the DAG file drops and you see the difficulty jump up, you might want to get up onto a pool instead of solo mining. This way you don't come out of profitability. That's just my own experience. Just a little experience, that's all. So, how is all of you awesome people? I did score. Yo, for the win. Yo. Bum, 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 bum. About 3 pounds a week. Yeah. Hey, Yashnik. I got one, and I didn't have to wait as long as you. I just had to wait in line. Gundy stuff and things. 1 million dow hairs. Yo. What's going on? And Jason, I didn't see your comment. Uh-oh, we got the FAs going on. This show is rated F for fucking awesome. It's like, I'll take that off your hands, Nemesis. Oh, that's too funny, Jason. Wish I could afford a few of those, laughing my ass off. Yeah, I mean, considering these things are like... I bought this with 2 DisplayPort to HDMI cables. It was like $900 for this, with everything. Because, of course, the For the Win Edition 3 is their top-end tier card. I was wanting to get a 3090 Kingpin Edition or the Asus ROG Strix. I helped Nefarious get the ROG Strix 3090, so he's got one of those. So since he's got one of those, I want to get the Kingpin 3090. That's going to be over $2,000 of goodiness that I will put into my computer after I'm done doing hash drags. And the 3090 For the Win edition, I mean, not the 3090 Kingpin edition's got a triple 120 millimeter radiator, which will fit into my PC no problem, because I've got a triple fan slot in the front. My Threadripper is water blocked with a 280 millimeter radiator on there, up on the top of my case, so I've got a lot of airflow in my case, so I'm good to go. So let's kind of dive into things. So as you heard me just talking about, I want to do some hash drags, guys. If you guys at all are interested in, this is the LN2 pot that I'm looking at getting. This is from Kingpin Cooling. As you see, I do like Kingpin stuff. He is an EVGA guy, no problem. But their pot has been out of stock since October. I have been trying to get one of these because the contact portion of this is a lot larger to fit the new architecture GPUs. Comes with all the bracketry you're going to need for this. I like the look of that. It looks awesome. It's like, check that out, man. That's what happens when you get something nice and frosty. And if you're worried about all this frost, and you're wondering, hey, I want to do competitive hashing, but I don't want to burn up my card, what you end up doing is you take Vaseline and you coat the Vaseline on the back of the card before you do anything. This way it stops the condensation from touching the MCCs, the micro capacitors that are on here. But it does come with all the bracketry that you're going to need for depending on what GPU you are using. Yo, what's going on, Unknown? So if you guys are ever wanting to get down, I'm trying to get my hands on one of these so that I can start up the very first hash drags. I've never seen anybody do competitive mining. It's not practical. Don't get me wrong. It's 100% non-practical, but it is a lot of fun. You don't have to do liquid nitrogen with it. Let's say you want to compete in this. You can use the LN2 pots with dry ice and alcohol and achieve some pretty low temperatures. You're not going to be able to go as low as LN2 or liquid helium. I'm not going to play with liquid helium. That's just out of my league for right now. I've got to get used to even just touching LN2. This will, once I get my hands on it, it'll be one of my first LN2 pots. So guys, if you're wanting to, I've been talking with Kingpin. If you're interested in it and you want to grab one of these, I'm trying to see if I can put a bulk order together, because it's coming from China. Freon works too. Yeah, Freon does work, but it's kind of illegal to put that into anything that's venting into the air. It's kind of a little caustic to the ozone. I am a mechanic, so I do understand Freon would work beautifully, just because of its boiling temperature. But you would have to be able to put this thing in, put the Freon into a vacuum, which means you need an AC setup for it. Yada yada yada. Kind of not worth it. I do have like a portable AC unit that I could, put a little bit up over the card section. That's the 3090 there. Got a Delta fan that I do have off right now, so you guys can hear me without blowing out your eardrums. That I have at the back of the card because the memory it thermal throttles. That memory thermal throttles hardcore. So the cooler the air that I can keep around the card, or just keep good amount of moving air around the card, and it starts hashing very nicely. And of course, I constantly get these like little weird errors with the 3090, where Phoenix Miner reboot, GPU 1, search error, unspecified launch failure. And as soon as it does that, I've got to reboot the rig, because I'm using HiveOS beta. It works, but not the greatest. I do not know why. I'm kind of waiting for HiveOS. I'll probably in the next week or so test back out on standard Hive instead of using beta. Beta always has wonky glitches in it. It is inevitable to have these little weird glitches. So, turn it off for a moment here. And turn it back on. Bam. There's no rhyme or reason when it decides to glitch out. None whatsoever. And I'm not really pushing it any further than I did when it was on Windows. On Windows, the 3090 was able to, the mem clock, I was able to get it to like 10.5 gigahertz on the mem, and about 2.4, 2.5 gigahertz on the core. It's not crashing or anything like that. It just looks like Hive has a connection issue under beta with this thing. Everybody's having issues with 3080s and 3090s and the 6800s because, well, if we're having issues getting our hands on just one of them, think about the mining software people. They can't get their hands on them. They can't optimize the miners to run with these things too. Oh, we're going back up, huh? Bitcoin's going on the upside. Let's take a look at that. Oh yeah, we got a little bump going up. Not huge, not huge. Ethereum still hanging out above $500 per coin. Bitcoin is over 1,700. Yo. I'll take that movement in the upside any time day of the week. Hey, what's up, Big Rome? Long time no see, bro. Yo. So, I know everybody was here to kind of check out this 3080, but I'm going to give a small little update. As everybody knows, my man, Helpful Crypto Miner, was allowing me to check out this Fusion Silicon. Let's see here. Noob's like, crypto noob. Some places in the EU never even got a delivery of NVIDIA cards at launch and are still waiting on the first batch. Damn. And yes, Big Rome, smash that lizardy like button. Subscribe if you're new here. Smash that little bell down there, because YouTube likes to turn it off. And if you're new here, hit it and then click all. This way, anytime I do video drop, you guys get notified. Yeah, Nick's having the same issues trying to get the 3080 or a 3090. He's had his on back order since launch day, and I've got 2 EVGAs. He's got nothing. It's definitely a regional issue. So some places got them, some places didn't. If it's like if you're in a country that has a bigger city near it, the bigger cities probably got a few. But if you're way out in the boondocks, you might not have ever gotten one in your area, just because there, just wasn't enough of them to go around. I'm figuring, NVIDIA has been at least every week or so sending out shipments. So just be patient. They will be in stock at some point in time. Crypto Noob's like, they got them at my local retailer, but went out on pre-order. Yeah, anybody that was, depending on where you're at, they pre-ordered you, and you just went in line with everybody else. So back to the Fusion Silicon X2. So whenever I was initially testing this out, guys, you can sit here and see the TTY S1 through S3. These are the hashing boards that are in there. There's 3 hashing boards in this FPGA. The reason that I know it's an FPGA is that you can basically program this thing to mine 3 different algorithms. ASICs are unable to do that. GPUs can, but this is not a GPU. You pull it apart, and it's got a Bitmain style hashing board in there. It's in what looks like to be, an S9 Bitmain Bitcoin mining box in there with 2 Delta fans on it. So whenever I was in there looking at this, it looked like it should be, mining one thing, because it's UC 3 hashing boards. And then Helpful Crypto Miner basically asked me, he's like, hey, you're mining to my wallet. I'm like, no, I'm not. I configured this thing to mine to my wallet. He's like, no. So I went to go looking at it, and I'm like, I wonder. So it can mine on Mario Grosso. I know I probably just butchered the name really bad. It mines Blake 2S and Kakak. What I didn't realize is it can mine all 3 of them at the same time. So here is Blake, getting almost 1,000 gigahash on Blake. Sorry, I'm like trying not to dox the wallets too much here. And then here is Kakak. And then Kakak, it gets 70 gigahash on here. So this thing is mining 3 different coins. So I've got it mining Mario Grosso and Blake 2S for Verge. And then Kakak, of course, it's like I'm actually mining to Nice Crap, just because it's just easier to do testing on it this way. So here is it on Mario Grosso for Verge. You can see that it's putting out, right around 300 gigahash on there. I can't play with the frequencies. It has a spot in there to be able to play with the frequencies. Let's see here. Does it let me check it out through there? No. Let's see here. Does it? Okay. So, as you can see right here, it's got area where you can like bump the frequency somehow and actually play with the fans. I don't know what the positions mean, the 1-1-14. No idea. I'm not going to play with it unless I know what it does. But it looks like you should be able to play with the frequencies on here, but they have it locked out through their own settings, which is fine. You know, they just got it capped on there. Is there a way to flash it to a different firmware to be able to unlock this? Possibly. But what's nice about it, you know, it's like I was saying, is that, all right, perfect, that it does mine, you know, pretty well. It's decent. Averages right around that 300 gigahash a second, and then you can come up over, and then I've also got it pointed at nice hack, like I was saying, and you can see that it shows 2 active rigs. So basically between here and here, I'm listing 3 active rigs. And you can see that each one of them is throwing down their own hash rates. This is for showing all algorithms. So let's just show CAC on this one. So I mean, you can sit there and see that on CAC, we are right around, we're averaging about 75 gigahash on CAC on pool side. No real rejected shares. Every once in a while you'll get one here and there, which is fine. If you can keep your FPGAs right around a 1% rejected hash rate, you're doing really good. It's whenever it starts to get all over the place. That usually means that you gotta reset something, yeah, it usually means you gotta reset something. So then here's Blake 2S, and you can see that I'm getting, you know, I'm averaging a little over a terahash on here, which that's just amazing. I'm getting 1.2 terahash. So it's doing pretty damn well, actually. I'm thoroughly impressed. It's been averaging about $3.14 a day on nice hash, and then through mining Verge directly, because nice hash doesn't have Medio Grosso on there, so I had to basically stick this directly onto the pool side, and this is making like basically $1.75 a day or so, give or take. So actually this thing is, the Fusion Silicon is fairly profitable, believe it or not. So that's the little bit of the updates with the Fusion Miner. Am I going to sit there and tell people, oh, you need to go out and grab this? I won't. I know that these are a little pricey right now because they are in profit. So if you can find one on sale that's like dirt cheap, I would probably grab one. But as far as just, I see that it's profitable, I'm gonna go buy this right now, slow your roll. This thing is basically making about, after electric, you're probably more closer to that $250 a day in profits. So depending on your electric rate, it's going to depend on if this is something that will suit your needs. But let's go ahead and shut that off. Leave page. Yes, I rebooted you. Thank you. So let's go ahead and do this amazing unboxing here. I want to get this 3080 up and hashing on nice hash. I mean, not nice, nice hash on Hive OS. So let's get to it. Let's open this bad boy up. I haven't even broken the seal on this thing yet, because I was waiting to do this with all of you guys out there, because, you know, this is just how I roll. I wanted to make sure that this was an unboxing experience for all of us. So let's go ahead and open this up for the first time. Come on out here. Heavy box, that is for sure. Alright, so it gives me a support bracket depending on what kind of case you got them going into. Is going to depend on if you need that. It's got a little installation guide on there, which, you know, we don't need that stuff. Little cutout that looks like a graphics card, kind of, right? Kind of cool. And oh gosh. Oh, come on up. Oh, good God, this thing is beefy. All right, so nothing else in that box. Man, this box is nice and light now. But there it is, guys. Let's go ahead and break the seal. Ooh. Man, this thing is like thicker than my 3090. Good God. This thing is way thicker than the 3090. Oh, look at that. It's not red on the other end. It doesn't look like a sad clown. Sweet. I was afraid that this was going to have the red lipstick on the end. So let's go ahead and de-sticker this sucker. And then there will be a teardown video coming up, because you guys know I love tearing this stuff apart. Get my hands on the inner workings. Gives me a chance to look and see what memory modules I've got in here and all of that good stuff. Okay, so I just took the plastic off around, and there's also little plastic covers for the EVGA's logos on here as... Come on. Bam, just like that. So I try to take the stickers off as soon as I get them. So they're just there to protect the E for the EVGA on there so it doesn't get all dirty. I don't care about it. I just want efficiency and flow. So I've got 3 8-pins on here. I've got 4 SP caps and then a bank of the MLCCs. So this is going to be just like my 3090 with how the back configuration is. I was kind of hoping that I would get the configuration of all the MLCCs, considering that this is for the Win 3. Definitely a better card, more higher end. Oh wow, you got a little cover for the that, and a nice little cover over here. So I probably next week sometime after I get done doing all of my testing on this. Got some more plastic on here, didn't all come off real clean. Hey, stop ripping. There we go. God, that thing is huge. Alright, so Oh, nice. So I've got a fan header down here, so I can plug up a case fan onto here, so whenever these fans ramp up, it'll ramp up the case fans too. And then right next to it, it's hard to see, but I've got a way to be able to plug in test equipment into there and actually see board temperatures. That's really kind of nifty. And then I've got a connector here. I'm thinking that's for the RGB. And the way that it looks, considering it's a 3-wire, it looks like RGB. And then you have all your all 3 fan headers right here. So I'm figuring the one over here is RGB, 3 fan headers, and I do not see anything else. Very interesting. And at the end here, you can see right through it, so the fans are going to basically blow right on through to the other side. Oh wow, even the metal plate's got all the little fancy covers on there too. That thing, they put covers all over everything, and I love how they're starting to do this. Where if you're putting it into your main PC, at least the rear plate is basically black, so it blends better with your cases instead of having silver. It's always been a complaint of mine. And then you can see that they do have it all open here. Even though it's open, the radiator fan orientation on the fins are vertical, not horizontal, so it's not going to try to blow air out the back side of this. It will a little bit, but not enough to like create good cooling. So these things are going to be blowing out the top, as you can see, bam, and the bottom, bam. It's kind of very typical on this. On most graphics cards, so unless you get a custom radiator in here that's more for data centers and stuff like this. And nefarious, yo! Damn it, video didn't start playing audio because it was in a different tab. Oh, damn. And you are holding steady with your Ventus at 94.9 to 95 mega hash on the Ventus. Not bad. Not bad at all. What wattage you got on it to push it that far? So, should probably just turn off the rig behind me so that I can get this bad boy on there. This is a thick boy compared to the other EVGA. Damn. Very nice. Very nice. So I'm going to be playing around with thermals on this, of course. I'm going to put the card right next to it, the 3090, and see if thermal throttling starts happening on the 3090 because this one is in front of it. And Techman, yo, got the GPU cases in the house. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get this going. Boom. So here is the rig. I'm going to go ahead and... Hive's been having an issue with me commanding it to shut off through Hive, so I'm going to give it a try and see if it actually turns off. And it looks like Hive is ignoring me. Hey, now. Oh yeah, Hive completely ignored me on that one. $317 Wow. Yeah, Hive soft off is ignoring me because it's I'm running beta, so beta's always got, you know, little wonky issues on it. And it's also weird. I was just looking at it now. The fans are actually not in alignment. The 3090 SC3, the fans are all in alignment. This one, this middle fan's actually a little lower. I wonder if that makes any kind of performance difference. I'm thinking this thing should actually hash pretty damn well. Just because it's a little thicker, it doesn't have the memory modules on the back side, so the PCB can actually dissipate heat, which is something that it definitely needs to do. And man, 3 power connectors. I hope I have enough to do this. I do not know if my power supply, because I'm running the Corsair power supply. We're gonna find out right now. So I'm gonna have to, oops, wrong one. I'm gonna have to sit here and find out. I thought I grabbed a riser. What did I do with you? I thought I grabbed a riser, I thought. Well, maybe I didn't. Thought I did. What did I do with it? No, stream didn't crash. Trying to figure out what I did with my extra riser that I thought I grabbed. Will I grab it and sit it down somewhere stupid? Yep, I set it down somewhere stupid. Alright. And we'll need this. Good God, this 3080 is huge compared to the 3090. Oh my God. Holy cow. This 3090 makes the 3080 makes the 3090 look like a basic bitch. Wow. Holy cow. All right, here. And of course, I forgot to get my buy one adapter, so I had to go grab that really quick. Put you right here. Slide you underneath here like this. Plug you in. Alright. And let me get some power cables now. Oh. Hope I don't have to change out my power supply to do this. I may have to change my power supply. I don't think I have enough cabling to do this. I don't think that this power supply was made to run these cards like this, so. Here. One here. Oh, snaps. I think I have just enough to do this. Oh, baller. I was worried a little bit. Oh, there's my cable. This one does not have enough cabling. I wonder how I missed that one. Okay, so I've got two. I just need to find one more, so I gotta grab another box. Thank God I got a bunch of power supplies. Nope. I've got another one. Yay. Best to clean as you go. Right here, put this back. In there. Alright. Alright, so let's go ahead and plug you in. with these newer cards, do not use 2 pins on one power supply, one VGA or PCIe cable. Not recommended in any way, shape, or form. Cable train them. Damn. All right. So now we got all that plugged in. Moment of truth. Does it turn on now? Damn. I don't know if you guys can see that. All that RGB. All right, let's see if it wants to be seen on Hive. Ooh, look at it! Look at it! Oh, nice. Oh, snaps. It sees both cards, calls it out for what it is, because, well, if it could see to 3090, it should see to 3080, no problem. And unfortunately, it won't. It's not telling me what memory module's in there, so, yo, we're going to be tearing this thing apart. Damn. I just applied the 3090 clock to it, overclock on there, and I'm getting almost 100 mega hash for 334 watts. Oh my god. Let's see if it calms down just a little bit. Just a little bit. Tech Man's like, I'm jelly. So Nefarious, you're getting 94.2. Well, I'm getting 97.44. So I am officially then pulling 650 about 650 watts almost. Plus the motherboard will give the motherboard another 100 watts for the board. So I got 700 out of 1,000 watt power supply. The Corsair power supply fan is now just staying on because I'm pulling enough wattage. With just the 13090 in there, the fan for the power supply was actually turning off. He's like, I'm also trying to lower the wattage.
Ooh, it's pretty.
We heard it here. The wife said it's pretty. The GPU is pretty. She likes the coloring on it. See if I can get that in better focus. There we go. We are now in focus on it. She says it's a pretty card. Look at that. It's very colorful. I'll say that. It's more colorful than the XC3. And this is like a 2.5 DIN slot, so you might as well just call it 3 DINs. It's like I got 380 at the wall for 95. Well, let's go ahead and pull some power down off of this. Oh, why did you just? Oh, ha! That's hilarious. I just popped my little breaker on this on my little thing here. So hold on. It did not like having two cards on my rigging that I got right now. I gotta move. I had my camera on it too, so it just popped. So now I gotta put it up over here. I might have to put this into the mining room. It might not like it being on the test setup side like this. Let's find out. Got it back up now. Now I gotta wait for it to Hive to initialize on it. Go through its boot sequence. Alright, there it goes. Alright, we're back up and it's starting to initialize on Hive. Yeah, need more power. For sure. For sure. See, I haven't even started like playing with this thing yet and it's already going, nope. Let's bring down your power limit to 290. It's kind of funny because it's making my 3090 actually pull more power now with both of these cards on here, and I'm getting way more hash on it. Damn. 340. There is no SLI. SLI is a cable that you put onto the top of them, and the 3080 does not have SLI ability. It's the new thing. It's not SLI anymore. It's NVLink. Let's see here. Go like that. Trying to get it to pull wattage down. Oh, there we go. 289 watts at 97.47. Oh, it just popped it again. All right, so now I'm gonna have to move this off of my extension. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. 1 moment. All right. Here, I'll take you off there. All right, let's try this again. So, all right, so I had the whole thing sitting up on here, which has got it's older. Things like probably like 5 years old. It doesn't, the 10 amp little circuit breaker in here was not liking it. So it's not that I was hitting the 10 amp on the power supply to this. It was probably pushing like 8 amps. But coming that close to it, it just warms it up too much and pops. So now I've just got it directly plugged in. Boom, there we go. So as it's booting back up into it, baller. I'm still sitting at 98.49 at 289 watts. That's some good hash rate right there. Oop. 97.53. And where are you at on there? 281. So you're 9.5 watts less. And I'm getting 2 mega hash more than you. Almost 3. I'll take it. Let's see here. We shall start playing with it now. This is where the fun stuff comes in. $200 and let's say let's see where my hash rate drops whenever I command it to take a whole lot less power. Oh, don't tell me that I've got a baller of a card. So I'm at 219 and still pushing 97.89 mega hash, dude. Yo! Look at that! Read it and weep! Looks like this EVGA for the win 3 is baller. $97. Let's refresh it. Well worth that 16-hour wait. Oh my god. 219 watts at 97.86 mega hash. Yo. Now that is winning. Oh my god, dude. So not worth getting the 3090. This 3080 is way better than the 3090. Oh my god, that's sick. Sick. The 3090 is not worth it. Yeah. Right around $800 less. And I'm getting just monstrous performance off of it. Monstrous. This just made the 6800 not worth it. Totally not worth it. So you guys have seen it here, guys. That this 3080 EVGA for the Win 3. I know, right, Jason? I'm trying to get more of these ones. I have been wanting the 3080. I just wanted to get one 3090. That's all I wanted. I didn't want to have a full rig of them. I had a feeling from day one, whenever I was looking at the PCB, you can go back to DCA Adventure. I called it there. GPU Jesus spoke about this a while back, where I was talking about how the GDDR6 and the 6X memory modules have all of its heat going to the PCB. And Hive has an issue with the 3090. The fans didn't turn off. It just lost communication to what it was doing. Yeah, these two cards just equaled almost a RX 580 rig. 8 of them. These, between two cards, I just made a RX 580 8 gigabyte 8 card rig. Up, see, GPU failure on 2. What? That's weird. I've been having the same issue coming up with GPU 1 does the same thing, and I do not know why. But check this out. All of a sudden, the 3090 was doing 136 mega hash before it rebooted. I'm not sure if I need to give it a little bit more power. Kitty, kitty, no. Meow. Not today, kitty kitty. All right, we are back up. Okay, so it gave me a similar boot issue that the 3090 did. It did it on the 3080. Let's see if it will hold on to that now. Refresh my page here. Still, it's amazing to see it hitting 97.89 mega hash. Now Nefarious is like, oh, I got it down to 214 watts at 93.87. All right, here. And considering that I have the same memory modules basically in here, they're the GDDR6X, I'm figuring that the MEMS should be able to do the same thing between the two of them. I'm hoping. Nefarious, I don't do 67% power limits. That's not how that's a Windows thing, is percentage and power limits. So I'm at 220 watts, 150 on the core, 2100 on the MEM. And I'm able to hit both the 3090 and the 3080 the same way. Looks like anything over 770 is not stable. You got to look at the power play tables on there. There are certain points where the power play table doesn't work between the core and the memory. So you might have the wrong power tables on them, and that's why you're not able to push it. I know, it's so cool. 41C. Let's see if it decides to have another strange little failure. It's been going for 5 minutes now, or almost 5 minutes. We'll have to see if it tries to crash again. Hopefully not. But I've been having, with Hive, I've had like just weird little random crashes, even on the 3090. No rhyme or reason why it does it. It's not. I put the similar overclock on Windows and it was super stable. I have it on Hive, which is Linux-based kernels, and every once in a while I get a memory access issue. I thought it was an overclock, so I took the overclocks off the 3090, and it was still doing it. So I'm chalking it up to its Hive beta that's having a communication problem with the rig. Not that my overclock is too aggressive. Like I said, I played with it in Windows. I got it to. I figured out the sweet spot on Windows, and then piped it over onto Linux. I know how far. If I go to 2200, it just starts crashing, like almost instantly on the 3090. But 2100, it seems to hold fine. I can get 2 or 3 days off of it, and then it'll do a random crash like 10 times in a row. And then I'll have to reboot the rig, and then I'll get another 3-4 days off of it. Yo, what's up, Dan the Dame? What up, what up? Yo, Crypto Nation and Mining Family. What up? The Dane Ashkota Tano this week, homie. Yo, such a baller episode. Nice. Nice, Dan a Dame. Do it. Build that mini miner. Get all the hashes. All the hashes. Yeah, Nick's like, get your poker skills up to par, folkers. Hey, only if you have an extra large hoodie. Extra large gray hoodie. Has to be extra large. None of this large bullshit. No. Extra large, Yashnik. Has to be extra large. And, Yashnik, is that next? It's unavailable. That's it, I'm out. I'm not playing then. Dan's like, I'm gonna kick your behinds. Back-ordered. Well, you better unback-order that fucker. Alright, so it looks like it's now stable. It just needed a quick little reboot. It's weird that the 3090 is now pulling 302 watts. Yes, Dan the Dame. 3080 EVGA for the Win 3. Here, I'll give you a rig pick. Look at that. You got the 3080 for the win. 3090 XC1 or XC3, I mean. Ugh. XC3 for the win. This one is way thicker, a lot taller. I mean, significantly. Let's see if I can show it right. Hey, see how much taller? Like this one is level with the bracket. Bracket's down here and the card's up here. I mean, it's a good inch taller. It's almost a full inch taller than the 3090 and is like a half a din wider. So the cooler on the 3080 for the win is not only taller but thicker. It's actually easier to just unplug it. Hive doesn't want to turn it off. Yeah, it's very interesting that the 3080 is a whole hell of a lot bigger than the 3090. And my 3080's got 3 8-pin power plugs on there versus the 3090 XC3's only got 2. So it looks like we're over that 10-minute marker. No crashes, no weird errors. I believe it's stable. Let's go ahead and refresh this. Oh, look at that. All of a sudden, I'm getting 212.2 mega hash on that Ethereum. And as you can see here, it's already like erroring out on the 3090. This is something that I've been having a little issue with. It'll show 0 on the fan speed. The fans are still spinning. So here, let me show you guys here. So as you can see, the 3090 is no longer communicating fan speed where the 3080 is. This might be a communication problem. I believe it's like this is something that I've been having since day one, where it'll be hashing just fine, and then you'll just see it drop off the fan, and no rhyme or reason to it, none whatsoever. And I'm wondering if I can drop my power limit to 290 the way that it was before I plugged in that card. Because now that it's using more power, I can tell that the heat plate on there is getting, the temperatures are a lot higher than they were just a little bit ago. I get my 1660 Ti. I don't have a Super. I've got a Ti, but there's not much of a difference. The Supers should be able to get anywhere from, depending on the memory on there, between 28 mega hash to 31 mega hash. So it kind of depends on if you're got a lottery winner. But the Ti is way better. That is true, Dan the Dane. I didn't have this issue with Windows at all. This is just something I've had with Hive OS. I think Hive's just having an issue with it. Let me see if I can turn this off, because it doesn't want, it's ignoring me. And this is the other issue that I have with Hive, because I'm running beta. Like it argues with me. Totally argues with me. Like I'll go to do something and I gotta I do it and then I gotta turn the rig off and then reboot it. Really? Alright, here, let's try this. Yeah, beta is beta. If you guys have never done any kind of beta testing, it's always wonky. Always. Come on. There we go. Should be coming back up now. There we go. So just lost 8 times transactions, 15,000 Raven coin because of an update on the Ledger Nano. I haven't had that issue. I'll just be honest with that one. I have not seen that problem. Oh, that sucks. Oh shit, Nefarious, that sucks. And you got 5 other coins to move off of there. Oh yeah, that's right. They gave you the ban hammer over there. Is there a hardware wallet that's better than the Ledger Nano? Not really. Hell yeah, crypto noob. Mine shit coins for Bitcoin. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. Dan the Dane, we are supporting alts, but we're just not keeping them. The only thing I don't like about the Trezor Nefarious is that their people's personal information got leaked out on that, and there's a way to hack them. So I have my issues with Trezor. Alright, I'm gonna put this to the wattage that I know it was at last, when it was doing pretty decent. Let's see if it argues with me. Hey, whoa. It's not arguing with me now. That power supply gets warm now. Yep. Everybody wants to deal with Bitcoin. They don't want Litecoin. They don't want that nasty Ripple nipple or anything else. Very few vendors take Monero. They all want Bitcoin because they like things that have a store of value, which I don't blame them. I really don't. But man, that 3080 stays so cool. Alright, so I'm going to turn this other fan on that I have. I'm going to turn this other fan that I got back here on. Let's see if it makes a difference. Sorry if you're hearing my fan really good. It's not my fault. Just seeing if I can cool down the backside of this 3090 and get some extra hash rate out of it. As you can see, it's already cooling the backside of the card down and hash rate's coming up. Yeah, pretty much. So you're getting 307 watts. Alright, so you see as I'm cooling down the back of the GPU, you're seeing the hash rate climb on the 3090, and you can tell that this card is thermally throttling. Reboot. This has been the problem with the 3090 that I've been noticing, is that it just sits there and thermal throttles itself bad. And then you can see that my 3080 is using 220 watts and stably getting 97.84 megahash. Oop, oop. Card's now dropping temperatures to 114.5 megahash now with a little fan on the back. $410 watts. Oh my god. If I let it go that high on my wattage for my 3090, I can get, like, as long as I put some cooling onto it, I can get like 135 megahash on it if I just let it drink. Yes, Tech Man, I agree 100% with the amount of money that this card cost. It should have fans on the backside of it. It really should. I'm kind of waiting for EVGA's front and back water blocks. Once that happens, I will be grabbing that. Yeah, I'm not having any issue with the 3080. The 3090 is the one that gives me issue because of how they did the memory modules. I mean, that's basically where the issues rely, is that they put. I don't understand. I mean, I understand why they did the memory modules the way they did. So if you have one memory module closer to the VGA core, that one memory module is going to be faster. And then whatever memory module is the furthest away, all the memory modules basically got to dumb down to the biggest latency. So they're trying to put these memory modules in the same relative spot. This way all the speeds of the memory are the same. So it's a dual-edged sword. And like I was saying, I knew there was going to be an issue with them putting memory modules on both sides of the PCB. Unless they had a adequate way to cool the PCB down, that there would be thermal throttling issues. And we're seeing it now. So as I cool down the PCB, I'm getting almost 115 mega hash, but I'm using a ton of power to get up there. A ton of it. I can draw the power down off of this card and get it to run just as good as the 3080, but it's going to have the same performance as the 3080. So right now I'm getting the performance off the 3090 basically as a replacement of the it's basically replacing two RX 5700s, if you really want to think of it that way. And I think some of the errors that I was getting with this was basically I would have, if I have to keep the fan on the back side of this card going, the memory issue or the high glitches on the 3090 would stop. I can sit there and mine for days and days and days with the fan on there. The moment I turn it off, it's like every couple of days, Hive has an issue. I think that at least one of the memory modules gets overheated, glitches out, twinkles, turns on and off, and then the card crashes. Hive Phoenix Miner fails on it, but if I keep the backside cool, I get no failure rate on it. So there is that. So, and the 3080 will allow me to do 400 watts if I want. That's hilarious. But it's not going to give me any more hash rate, obviously. There are no thermal pads between the PCB and the back plate. I was just looking at it right now. There is nothing there, so I might be able to actually get a little bit more performance off of this thing. There's a potential. Which I will be testing that out whenever I tear this thing down. Dan's like, I can't understand why the US gets all the GPUs before Europe does. I have no idea. Techman's because we're a bigger market. Nefarious like, I'm messing with the 3090 right now. And he sets his place on fire, all that good stuff. Nope, you are not. We're not the biggest market. We're one of the bigger markets. I couldn't tell you why we... All of these on 220 now. No issues. It's not booting up weird. I haven't lost my fans. So, it looks like everything's nice now. Oh, nice. Techman ordered up a 220 volt PDU. Yeah, I've got the Triplite PDU for 220. Burning down the house. Bow, 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 bow. Not a one bites of dust. Should be in next week. Nice, nice. And then you just need to get 220 volt power cables to go along with it. If you didn't do it already, the PDUs do not, a lot of them do not come with cables. So you'll need you'll need C19 or C13 to C14. I think it's either C14 or C19 to C13. Nice. Yeah, mine are rack mount too. Yep, I'm getting 97.84 mega hash on the 3080 EVGA for the Win 3. Yo! Panda, 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 Panda's in the house. Yo! Panda, if you would like access to my rig, hit me up. And I'll give you access to the rig so you can do some testing on your channel if you'd like. Just saying, Red. I'm giving you carte blanche. You just got to let me know when you would like to do that. And I will give you full access to it to be able to do that. Techman says it comes with a 1-foot cable and a 12-foot extension. Yep, the 3080 for the Win 3. Let me show you the hash rate on it. So, the 3090, I'm getting 115. For the 3090 EVGA XC3, and then the 3080 for the Win. So 3090, 3080. 3080 is getting 97.84. Nice. And both of my EVGAs have 4 SP caps, and then it's got 2 rows, 2 banks of MLCCs. Red Panda, no. The back plate on it does not have thermal pads. And then Dane's like, hey, Jesus, I'm building that special mini miner as I wrote to begin with, Ryzen 7 on VRSC or Monero, and a 1660 Super or the RTX 2060 on ETH or Raven, building into a PVC stand 2-3 days and it's ready. So the Ryzen 7 will be great on Monero. 1660 Super or the 2060, I would be putting it on ETH unless Raven coin's more profitable, which it really isn't at this point. Ethereum is way more profitable. The fees on it have gone up a little bit, so ETH mining is where it's at right now. If you're just looking at, profitability wise. Now, if you're like, hey, I want to support Raven because Raven's just an awesome protocol, by all means, support it. I know 38C is amazing, and it's only running 220 watts. $30.80s for the win. I'm buying those non-stop now. Yeah, exactly. Yajnik, that's only if you can get your hands on them. Oh. Patience is a virtue. Fuck my life. Oh my god. Slap that sucker, guys. The thumbs up button. Yeah. Hey, Crypto Noob, that's the way to do it. It's like once you get the initial cost of getting the mining rig up and going, that mining rig should start paying for new hardware, upgrades. If it doesn't have enough fans on there, the rig should be able to pay for some fans. All this good stuff. And there's like a point where you get to a certain point, and the amount of crypto you're actually mining in on will, should start offsetting everything. You hit that sweet spot, and the rig should be able to pay for all the electric plus doing upgrades onto it. Ban the various. Hey, Nefarious, you can give him a tissue if you play the Poker Stars game. You can send him a tissue for when he's crying. Yeah, mine is running 295 watts for 115 mega hash. So 15 watts less, 15 watts more than me for 5 mega hash is not quite worth it. It's not very efficient. $470 on it with 2 RX 5 450s on in it, and then the other two 470s are in your PC. So you're running 2 GPUs in your main driver, and then you've got 3 GPUs on your mining rig. Not bad, not bad. You should be able to get some good amount of Bitcoin. So I'm coming up onto that 2-hour mark. Any of you guys got any kind of questions? That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at now. Yeah. Crypto noob, that kind of is kind of like, it depends. It depends. I would be almost flip-flopping back and forth between Ethereum and Ethereum Classic, depending on where the Ethereum fees are. So if the Ethereum fees are really high, I would be mining ETH. If they're low, then Ethereum Classic makes sense for sure. Yajnik, I've still got to negotiate with the company that I'm wanting to check out. Hey, what's going on, Red Fang? Sweet. Yep. So I'll probably end up talking with the company come Monday and see what I can work out. Because I want to build out the rest of this 3080 rig. So I'm going to be hunting down some more 3080 for the Win 3s. This way I've got all the same cards on there. So I will let people know in the Discords and all that good stuff what's going on. Nice. That's the way to go, crypto noob. Yo. Yep, it's a never-ending battle. Upgrading, selling off, upgrading, selling off. As I can get my hands on more 3080s, I will be selling 3070s. So once I start getting 3080s, I will be selling the 3070s for a decent deal. So if you are in the Family Mine Discord, you guys will get first dibs once they become once I got them for sale. Does it mean that the 1070s are bad mining card, or a 1080 Ti is bad? No. I just want to, it's like I'll probably end up keeping at least one full rig of 1070s, one rig of 1080s. I've got my one rig of RX 580s. It's like, depending on how... Yeah, Nick, don't lie to me. You have a huge farm of 1070 Ti's mining Aeon still. It's like the way I look at it is like if you can make 10% over the cost of electric, you're doing good. Nefarious, you're 37th in the queue. Damn! Hey, Red, how long did it take you to get power back? I was enjoying all the extra profits whenever you weren't mining. I'm just saying. Did you get your rigs all back up and running? 'Cause my profitability is way down. I do have a setting for it. Hold on here. Well, actually, not the Super. I have not had a Super, so I've got the TI. But I can help walk you through it if you'd like. Yeah, so I mean, I had my core at like negative 300. I had the mem around 1,000. I mean, this is all on Linux, so if you're on Windows, you'll be negative 150 on the core and plus 500 on Windows. And then just kind of play with it from there, see how stable it is without crashing. Mine, it's like I've even played with it and got a few extra hash by putting it to like plus 90 on the core. I've gotten, depending on which, I mean, it's like I'm trying to remember. I've had mine at like 1,800 on the core. On the memory. And it held pretty good. So, I mean, it all depends. You just start hammering it until it crashes, and when it crashes, you back off like 10%. Yeah, you can find some on the Hive OS overclock table. It's just more of a reference point, like a small guide, and then you just kind of, depending on if you got a lottery winner or not, it depends on if you're if you can sit there and push it a little further or not. But we are stable. It's been hashing away for 35 minutes. No errors. The 3800 is getting 97.84 mega hash at 220 watts. So this one is a lottery winner. So, does anybody have any questions before I head up out of here? I've been live streaming for almost 2 hours now, and I know I've got to start getting ready for tonight's live stream on DCA Adventure. A little bit. I'm thinking that's kind of what it is that the two cards being in the same rig, I'm getting a little bit of a boost. Because, especially with the 3090 being in the first slot, and I've got more memory on there, so I'm thinking it's loading up the DAG file a little bit better on the 3090, which lightens the load for the 3080 to do its job. Can I clean my ears for tonight's show? No, no. I can't do that, sorry. I gotta have all that dirty hash up in there. $6,800 just dropped down to 23 megahash. Well, you just pushed it just a little bit too far. Oh, you think Bits Be Trippin' will be streaming tonight too? Nice. I love watching his streams, but they're so long. I know whenever I get into testing mode too, my streams become really long too, but that man has done 4, 5, 6 hour streams. It's like, damn. He said he would be. Nice, nice. I'm gonna have to hit up Carter and see if he's willing to do another live stream with us. Nefarious is like, he and I are both marathon streamers. I stream pretty long too. I mean, I'm at that 2 hour point right now. I think I've gone as far as like 3 hours on my stream. At Micro Center live vids, yeah. I'm just not bringing my laptop out there, and I don't have a hotspot, so I can't sit there and really live stream too well. It's not that, Yashnik. The man is a very busy dude. Crypto Noob's like, I was supposed to stream tonight, but I had a busy day and just wanted to chill. That's kind of how I was yesterday after eating all that turkey. Oh, I did not want to stream yesterday after I got done eating, and then people left like, you know, around 9 o'clock or so. So it was like, after that point, I was in a food coma. Damn. You almost got no data left. You know your if you go over on your data on your hotspot, you know your Wi-Fi's gonna be not too happy with you. Yep, Dan the Dane. It was a happy Thanksgiving Day yesterday for us, for sure. No, it's not carbs you're crashing from, bro. It's turkey. Turkey has tryptophan in there. Tryptophan's a sleeping agent. I'm just saying. So has anybody got any other questions before I head up out of here? Because I want to kind of eat a little something. And fermented potatoes for the win. So you like vodka? Tech man in the vodka. In Mother Russia, we drink vodka. Alright guys, alright, so it looks Tech Man's like, I love vodka. Crypto Noob's like, my poison is coffee. Well, you should make it a little Irish coffee, you know. That's just me. Yeah, I agree with that, Tech Man. Vodka, it gets you drunk really quick and turns your brain off faster than anything else. So then you tend to do and say things you can't take back. At least that's my experience. Now, from what a lot of the people that I know that are alcoholics, they tend to go after vodka because you can't smell it on them. So they think nobody's going to notice that they're drunk when they get like out of control. Nope, sorry, against my religious beliefs. Yeah, vodka, it's a cheap drunk. I'm a rum, tequila, and brandy kind of guy. So since nobody has any other questions or comments, guys, certainly links are always down below. Hop in if you're new here. Hop into the Discord, the Family Mine, where we are very, very much mining focused in there. We'll help you out with any kind of questions or problems that you're having. If you would like to go into the DCA Adventure, I have the links for that down below too. Where you could sit there and talk to Doge Lord and all that. It's good stuff. And if you're wanting to get an awesome hat like this, go to dogelord.com. Don't delay, buy today. Get one of these awesome Crypto and Hot Rods hats. Yo, check that out, man. And it even says "Huddle" on the back. So all that good stuff. You want one of these hats. If you'd like to, I've also got links to the Patreon. You can get into the mining section of the Patreon, support me and Mikkel directly for all the good stuff that we do. We usually put that back into either getting something to make the streams better for all of you guys, or we use the money to get hardware and stuff so that we can do some of the testing and let you know if something is actually worth it. Like me saying that the 3090 over the 3080 all day long. 3090 is not worth it. I'm just saying, yeah, you get a lot of hash rate off of it, but who cares how good a hash rate you're getting off of it if the card's thermal throttling horribly unless you put a water block on it. This is definitely one of those cards that benefits big time for having a water block. It's like one step away from being basically enterprise grade, server grade stuff. Where servers, they dunk those things. The newer modern server farms, they dunk it. I've actually never made a Patreon for my YouTube channel. Would you guys be interested in if I were to set up a Patreon just for crypto and hot rods? Give me an FA in the chat if this is something that you'd like, and I can set it up. It's no problem. If you're wanting to support me directly like that. I know, right? 13 people. Well, we got 12 likes now. I mean, if you guys want me to set up a crypto and hot rods Patreon, let me know. Give me an FA in the chat if you guys want me to set up a Patreon for my channel. And then you guys can sit there and support me directly. Give me a link and I'll sign up. Like, you know me. You know what, Dan and Dane? You are awesome. Dan and Dane, you are rated F for fucking awesome. All right, Dan. Just because you're willing to do it, I will set up a Patreon for crypto and hot rods, so you guys can sit there and support me directly if you would like to. No problem. All right, guys. Well, I will do that over the weekend. I'll get the Patreon set up over the weekend. I will have links down below. And while you guys are looking at the links, definitely smash that Lizzie like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. And guys, check me out on DCA Adventure if you're new here. And I will be live streaming here in about 4 hours. So a few hours from now, I will be on there. And I'll definitely see you all on the next one, guys. Yo, looking forward to that. Yeah, no problem, Dan the Dame. And I'll definitely see you all on the next one. I'll probably be doing a teardown on this 3080. So if you are wanting to check it out, it's like, I'll be asleep. No problem, Crypto Noob. You can always watch it in the morning. Yo. So the next video, I'm going to try it. I might not do it this weekend. Just because I try not to stream when the wife's home, because that's like me and her time together. I'm already going to be doing mining after dark on DCA Adventure tomorrow. It's like 2 a.m. here in 4 hours. Damn. Yeah. The drawback of being on the other side of the pond from us. But thank you, Crypto Noob, for the support. Nonetheless, you rock. Dan and Dane's like, you are in the UK? Yo. It's like we got people all over the place coming into these streams these days. It is awesome. Glad to have you guys here. You are the reason why I do this. And I'll definitely see you all on the next one. Peace.